take some time to come around, but hold it down till the sun is out. Come on.
Hurting me brings out the hurt in you, but I don't want no one else.
This is a glorious trail.
Yeah, it's the backwoods behind the house. This is where we take the dog for walks.
Oh, it's amazing. So you made this trail, and where does it go?
Well, it was a property line when we first moved here, and then we cleaned it out, and me and my boys dirt bike through this. My brother-in-law, Chris, he actually lives on the other side of this loop, so this is a nice little shortcut to take to his house.
Like, you have everything you need here. You have your old school friends nearby.
Yeah.
You have everything you could possibly need. Was there ever a temptation, though, to leave and move to a bigger city, or?
Early in the career, there was.
Right.
Like, I found, like, just, you know, the story you hear of, you know, coming from anywhere in Canada really is like, you know, if you want to make it, you got to go to New York, California, whatever, to be in the studio with the, you know, the artists that are the hot ones these days.
Yeah.
So I've always had a little bit of that influence, but it's never been, I always say this, it's never been get rich or die trying for me. Like, I would rather be around my family, my friends, my parents. And I feel like I've made enough progress. Even when I was coming up, I'd always felt like I was still moving forward, so it never felt like it got stale. And I was like, okay, I got to get out of here and go to one of these big cities to make it happen.
Right.
So, no, it's never crossed my mind ever to a point of, should I do this? But it's been brought up a few times.
Yeah.
From other people.
I mean, I think a lot of it also is that people say, you can't do that here. What would you say to a young artist now who's being told that they can't be a hip-hop star? Or
I think now more than ever, like, especially with like streaming, like, you don't need your record in a record store to have music out now.
Right.
You know, everything is 90% done online. So I think now more than ever, if you're here and you want to be here and still try to do what you can do, the opportunities are there, because it is so easy to do stuff online. Even working with producers far away, you can do that all online now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be in that hot studio in LA. And then if you do got to go somewhere for tour or whatever, it doesn't matter. You're jumping on a plane going somewhere anyway. So
Right.
I'm 5 minutes from the airport, so it kind of works out that way well too.
And do you think your creative juices flow better because you are in this very happy space, both literally and mentally?
I think my creative juices work the best when I'm not trying to be creative.
Right.
Like when I'm walking out here with the dog,
Yeah.
something pops in my head, oh, pull out the phone, write it down, like, okay, that's a cool idea. And then when I get in the studio, I'll try to expand on that and do it.
Nice.
So, like, for me, it works out this way because a lot of people need to be around other people to get that inspiration and motivation, and it's hard to find that in a town like this when you're the only artist that does it. But fortunately for me, not by any reason that I planned, but I come up with my best ideas when I'm out at the grocery store, taking the dogs for a walk, you know, going for a motorbike ride, and just, you know, ideas like that.
Yeah. So when you're not recording, what are you listening to?
Children. Yelling and fighting, and yeah, no, I still, see, my biggest thing was, especially growing up, when I listened to music, it was usually when I was hitchhiking. Like, I used to get around everywhere hitchhiking. It doesn't happen that much. You don't hear of people hitchhiking that much.
No.
But when I came up, like, that's how I went around. So in my headphones, that was me listening to music. Eventually, when I got a car, in the car, I was always listening to music. Now with the kids in the studio, I do find it hard to find times to listen to music. Like, I don't have a lot of free time where I'm just like, let me sit down for 2 hours and listen to an album.
Yeah.
But my main time is in the car still. And I'll check out a lot of new rap, some, you know, a lot of new, not just rap, but everything. Still go back to my classic stuff that I grew up on. I just find most people are like that. Up to 25 is like the music of your lifetime that you always go back to. But then, like, Chance the Rapper, really big fan of his. So I'm still checking like a lot of new artists that come out, but it's gotta have substance for me. And that's the biggest thing, is finding stuff that's like, yeah, this is new school, this is different, but he's saying something that hits me, and you know what I mean? So like the Kendricks, J. Cole, stuff like that, I'm still a big fan of that.
Nice, so it needs to kind of touch you and
Still
inspire
gotta
you.
hit me, yeah. I'm not just jumping on it because this is the hot thing now. And I try to keep my ear to the street because I am a producer as well, so
Yeah.
I wanna hear what new beats are being made and what the sounds are that you're using. But yeah, when it comes to like artists and lyrics and actually caring about the artist, it's gotta be saying something to me that's like, okay, I want to go to this guy's concert. I want to go see it. It's not just a hot song. Like, I want to go support this guy and see what it's about.
Right. And do you have like 5-year plans and 10-year plans? Like, how far ahead are you looking? And
I think I used to, but now it's like, well, COVID killed that. I hate to keep talking about COVID, but,
No, but you can't, no.
I thought you can't. Like, it's, you know, 5-year plan from now, I'm hoping I'm on the road touring.
Yeah.
But if you asked me before COVID, I'd probably say I was hoping I'm chilling in my house and not on the road anymore. So it's kind of changed things and put it in perspective of like, yeah, I don't need to be on the road for 200 days a year, but am I looking forward to go on the road with my boys for 3 or 4 weeks, get away from the fam and just get out and meet the fans again? Can't wait.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, you know, the main thing I'm working on right now is an acoustic album. So doing shows in like theaters, the Rebecca Cohn, places with seats. I come out, sit in my chair with my drum machine and my guitar player and my keyboard player. And we've done a few of these shows like this, and it's been like a whole different thing for me. You know, usually we go on at 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Everyone's drunk, doesn't even know what you're saying anyway. You know, it's just more of an energy and a vibe.
Yeah.
But these shows, it's made it really about the lyrics and the songwriting from these songs I've wrote over the years, and to do it and see people laugh, see people crying. Like, you know, the first time ever doing that 2 years ago was like, oh man, I've never got this feeling on stage. So we just finished a whole acoustic album, and that's the next thing that we're pushing, is doing an acoustic tour, acoustic album. Once we can do this, let's do it right and make sure we don't take it for granted.
Beautiful. Brother, I can't thank you enough for an amazing day.
Hey man, thanks for coming to Enfield.
I absolutely love it.
Hey,
Listen,
give me a hug. Hold the light, right?
Exactly. We can do this. Double backs all the way.
There you go.
This really is the dream, and I can't thank you enough for sharing it with me, man.
Hey man, thanks for coming out and having this conversation. It's been great, man.
Beautiful. Let's do it again sometime.
All right, let's go.
Happy days.
I'm feeling kind of famous in my hometown. People hold me up cause I hold them down. I never moved away from my family. Ain't got the same friends since elementary. You know the name and the style, but don't know what I have. Cause in my circle of friends, the ones who boasted and bragged ended up insecure, jealous of what others had. Glad I was raised a little different by my mother and dad. You know the name. I was a skater and a jock, always showing off. My role models were Wayne Gretzky and Tony Hawk. A C student, I was average at best till I found hip-hop and put my attitude in check. Then I found my identity. Stopped caring about what anybody said to me. A lot of people make music to make you go forget about life. I make mine to hopefully help you out and deal with it right. That's what I do.